All right, you're welcome to today's session of the UI design training. In today's section, I'll be teaching you how to design your Google interface. So, UI design is a skill that people do to solve real life problems, and most of the interface you're familiar with your everyday interface, like your WhatsApp, your banking apps, your Google interface, and the likes are designed by designers. So what we'll be doing in today's video is, or in today's training rather, is how to design your Google interface. So you can see my screen already. I have my interface placed. You can see it, right? So I already have my screenshots. Yeah, so this is what it looks like when you scroll up already, right? And this is what it looks like if you scroll down. So you get to see your image, the Google icon, your search item, and all of this. So this is what we'll be doing in today's class. And I want you to sit back and watch me do this design. You'll be required to do your assignment at the end of this video, right? So you want to pay attention. Maybe you want to watch the video for the first time. Then when you get on your assignment, you do the second one. So I'll turn off my camera now. Yeah, before I do that, I expect you guys to commit to this training, right? You don't know design by watching, you know design by doing. So as much as you are joining the class, that's awesome. In as much as you are watching this video at this time, that's awesome. But at the end of the video, you need to do your own design, right? I'll be giving the step-by-step process on how to go about your own design. So let's get right into our design. And yeah, it's going to be exciting. So stay to the end so you don't miss out on anything I'm doing. I'll stop sharing my screen. Sorry, my face. I'll stop sharing my face shortly. Okay, add that to the stage and beautiful. So let's get started. As usual, it's going to be 1 hour. Oh my god. All right. All right. So this is what it looks like. I've gotten my screenshots already. I think I should get another one. Hold on a bit. Okay, let me just take this one. Copy. The way your Google interface changes is it changes over time, because what you see being displayed here, I think they're like sponsored ad or news feed or something like that. So you'll notice that as at the last time of our design class, this was what we had, right? But I don't have the photo because I'll show you how to get even the photos, right? So that you can also do your design. So we stopped at our navigation bar. I've gone through some of your assignments, makes sense. Um, so what I'm going to do right now is this, watch me. I would start by turning on my layout grid. I'll come over here. I've selected the frame. I'll come over here. Then I'll turn that on. That's the first thing I'm going to do. So there are different elements on this interface, right? So I'm going to choose the one I want to start with. You understand? I'm going to choose the one I want to start with. So I'll start with getting my image. Okay, I want to make this class as practical as I can. So let's start with this Google icon. How do I get my Google icon? I'll right click, go to plugins. You already have Iconify. If you don't have Iconify, click on manage plugin, type Iconify, see it here already, Iconify. Once you do that, you will see bunch of icons, right, for your design. So I'll just come to the sidebar, type Google, Google. Once I press enter, I'll get options. I think this is it. I'll get this one. Just click and drag. That's how you pick icons. So once I get my Google, I'll close that for now. I'll bring this inside here. You understand? So I want to make it bigger. Let me check the size. The size is currently set to, the width is 64, while the height is 21. Right? Hold on. width is 64, height is 21. So I want to make this bigger so it looks like what I'm trying to recreate. So I'll just try, while my aspect ratio is locked, I'll come over here and type 48. Let's see how big this will be. One thing I would advise you to do is this. Sometimes you bring your elements over to the design you are trying to replicate and see if it's fitting. Okay, this one looks like 48 is fine. I think that's perfect. So I'll just keep it inside like that. I've gotten my Google. So next thing I'll do is my search button. Sorry, my search bar, my nav bar. I'll come over here, click on text, come here, type search, SEARCH. I don't know the size they have currently, but I'll just try. So it's currently set to Inter, that's the typography. Everything you see here, these are the design. So we're doing our own so that at the end of the day, you should be able to design your Google interface. So I'll come over here, set it to 40. 40 is very big. That's way, way bigger. It's too big. So let me try 24. When I'm redesigning something, I try my best to be excellent at what I do. And one of the ways to be excellent is by trying to compare your design, just what I'm doing right now. So it seems 24 is also small, but final try will be 30. 30 is big, so I'll leave it at 24 for the purpose of this design. 24 is the closest, so I'll bring it here. Then I need my search bar. We got search icon rather the last time, so I'll just come here, double click till I enter inside this place and select the search like this. Alternate is to duplicate. I'll click on alternate, then drag this out. Alternate key on your keyboard, you click, hold alternate key and drag it out. So I have that. I'll bring it close, just like that. Notice that this one we have is way bigger than what we have here. So since it's set to 24, I'll keep it at 30. 30 makes sense, I guess. Another thing I would like us to look at right now as we design is the color. We'll be stealing colors in this class. So follow me. I've selected this guy like this. I'll come to my color selection like this. Click here, go to my eyedropper tool, then select. Mind you, these two colors are the same. So I've selected that color. It's 5C5D5. I'll copy it, Control C. Select my search. It's currently set to black. I'll paste it there, press enter. Beautiful. So the next thing I have to teach you how to get is the Google icon. I think at this point I'm going to share my full screen. Normally I just share my my tab, right? My design tab. So I'm going to share my full screen. So I'll show you what exactly to do. So let's get started. I'm sharing my full screen now. So how do you get Google icon? There's a website called I think I hear about. If you go to iconfinder.com, you should find it. But see what I'm going to do. I'll come here, come to my Google Chrome. I'm showing you the step by step so that you can get it right. So I'll type Google Google Lens, LENS, icon. Once you press enter, icon finder may be the first. You understand? So just click on it. You see what we have here, right? It's not exactly like what we have, but I think it's very close. So you have the PNG and you have the SVG. PNG is like normal picture. SVG is like icon mode, right? So what I'm going to do right now is I'll click on SVG. Click on instead of download, I'm not downloading. I'll just copy it. Copy SVG. Once I copy like that, I'll go over to my Figma file and paste it here. Right click, paste here. So you see I have my icon in SVG form. I'll go again to that website, just scroll up, you will see related Google icon. I need the mic. I'll click on the mic. Remember, it's icon finder. It's on SVG already. I'll go to copy, then I'll go back there. paste it, click outside, right click, paste here. So that's how you get your Google icon, right? I think every other icons will be able to get them right inside our design. So let's okay, let's just continue designing. So the next thing I need us to know is this. Okay, I'll just stop share my entire screen. Okay, hold on a bit. All right, so let's go to StreamYard. So you've seen how to get your icons, right? So let's continue designing. I just want to share my design screen, but I have to do that so that you know how to get yours. Go to Google, search for Google Lens icon, go to select icon finder, then set it to SVG, copy it. You don't have to download it, just copy it and you are good to go. You understand? You don't have to download it, just copy it and you are good to go. So let's continue. We have these. So what I'll do now, I'll put these two elements on auto layout. Remember, the icon is set to 30, the text is set to 24. Select both of them by holding shift, then I'll press shift A. Auto layout has been added. So I'll come over to my auto layout in the control panel. I'll leave the spacing between items, that's this 1 to 8. This space you are seeing here, I'll leave it at 8. Next thing I want to do is this. Remember our margin, right? The spacing between the edge of the screen and the element is called the margin. I have to maintain that. But before then, I'll just bring in my icons. Select both of them by holding shift. It's already too big, so I'll just bring it inside like that. Of course, I have to reduce the size. I'll click on this one, bring it here, come over here. It's currently set to 150 by 150. Come to the aspect ratio, lock it. Once you lock it, it's going to be highlighted blue. Set it to, let's say, 30. If 30 is not good enough, you can increase it. Let me check. 30 looks small. Remember, I told that we need to compare. So I'll try to keep it at 40 less or 36. Okay, 36 is perfect. 36 is very close. It's perfect. I'll work with 36. So I'll do same for this mic. It's currently set to 150. I'll lock the aspect ratio, keep it at 36. And I have that. So these are how we build our components, right? So I'll just drag this. Remember, our move to help us to select and drag. So I'll hold shift, select both of them, keep it at auto layout, shift A. Don't use grouping, don't do control G, use shift A. I'll set this to, it's currently on 14. Let me see the spacing. The spacing is way bigger than what we have currently, or could it be the same? I think it's the same. Okay, we can work with 14. Then I'll just bring it down here. Click on this guy with holding shift, then do shift A. I've added auto layout. So I use auto layout to group my elements, right? But when you apply shift A, it makes your element responsive, right? Some persons will use Control G. That's not cool. There are cases where you use Control G, which is not bad, but in this case, use Shift A, right? Use Shift A and we'll get it right. So let's continue. So next thing I'm going to do right now, I've added auto layouts to the both of them. You see the spacing between items is set to auto. If your own is not set to auto, let's say your own is giving you a particular value. Let me give an instance, let's say 500 for instance. That's too big. Let's say it's giving you 300. Whatever value is giving you, change it to auto. You understand? Auto should be AUTO. Auto is perfect. So the next thing I want to do is under my auto layout here, where I've given this auto layout, I will come here and set my padding value horizontally and vertically. These two items you see here. So I will type 16. Let's see if 16 works. Then I'll type 16 again. I see the box is becoming bigger. It doesn't have a fill color. If you come to the fill color, nothing is there. I'll click plus to add a fill color. It's currently set to white. I'll click on this square box, come over here, click on the eyedropper tool. We'll be stealing colors in today's design. I'll click here, come over here, and pick this color. So this eyedropper tool helps you to pick color. Once I click on it, it's going to give it that shade of color. You notice what's happening. Let me turn off my layout grid so you see what I'm doing. I've selected my frame to do that. Once I turn it off, I think that our design is coming to life. I'll turn that back on again because I need to work with the margin. So next thing I have to do now is I may bring this outside there and check if it's the same height. It looks the same height somehow, but it's not exactly the same height. So I'm going to increase here. I'm going to increase this from 16. Let's say I want to give it 18. I want it to be big. And all right, 18 is perfect. I'll give this 18 as well again. I always make use of even numbers, not odd numbers. So I'll just bring it here. You see me arranging. Let me even address this. Let's say as at the time you paste this your design, just the way we have this one here. If it's bigger than your screen, the first thing you do, like we did yesterday, is you want to press K on your keyboard. That's to go to scale mode. Then you bring it close to your screen like this and adjust it from the edge. Ensure you're on scale mode so that as you are designing, you'll be comparing. You see what I just did, right? So let's go back to our design. So next thing I want you to know is that this thing has a round edge. It's not sharp like my own. I'll also bring this to the edge. It's currently on auto. I'll take it out from K to normal V. All right, that's that. Then I'll give it, let's say 40 or 36. Corner radius, see where I am currently. Corner radius 36. I think 36 works perfectly. So I've just aligned it to the edge of my column. That's the reason for our layout grid. It helps us place elements appropriately. All right, I think that makes sense. 18 is fine up and down. Then the spacing between items is set to auto. So if I turn off my layout grid right now, I'll just turn that off. You see that I've gotten my search. Did you notice that? I've gotten my search. I can just increase it a bit if I want. What's the current size? This is 72. Okay. 74 is fine. Set it to the middle. All right. So that's for that. Next thing we are going to be building is these icons under here. We'll just go again to our Iconify, right click, go to plugins, go to Iconify. If you are following, type I'm following. If you are following, type I'm following. If you are following, type I'm following. All right, I see some persons are following. Awesome. Please stay glued to the training so you don't miss out on any part of what we are doing. So I'll just go to Iconify. The first icon I have here is search for image. You can see the image icon and the search icon. So I'll come here and put search image. Press enter. You see what we have here, right? So I'll just take the one that is very close. I think I'll work with the second one. So I'll just drag it and bring it inside here. The next icon is called translate. I'll come here. It's for translator. Translate. Translate. I'll press enter. You see it, right? I'll take the second one also. The next icon, of course, is education, right? ED, you see a TION. When you see graduation cap, that's education, CATION. Enter. Beautiful. So I'll take the first one. The first one looks like what we want. Ensure you are taking icons that looks close, right? Don't just take any icon. Try to have excellence when you are doing your design. And one of the ways to have excellence or to show excellence is by If you are replicating a design, try to do it almost exactly, if not exactly like what you are doing. So the next one is music, music. Notice something. This first music now, this part is longer than what we have here, so I'm not going to choose this one. I will still keep searching. If I'll find something close, if I don't, I'll go back there. But you see, I've seen something better. I seen. So you don't need to just select any icon. Ensure you are using something that works and that is close. So I've taken that. I'll just drag it like that. So we've got the 4 icons we need. Remember, we've done our search. We're building. So next thing I want to do now is this. I'm going to get my shape tool, select rectangle. If it's not set to rectangle, just click on this small arrow, come here, select rectangle. I'm replicating this, and so I'm going to try to draw over this one I'm replicating. I want to get the exact. Okay, see what's happening here now. If you see what I've drawn currently, the width is 81 and the height is 57. I want to work with even numbers, so I'm going to set it to 80 instead of 81. Then I'll set the height to 60, since 60 is close. Then I'll bring it here just like that. I hope it looks like what I'm trying to achieve. Let me even bring it here and see. You see me trying to replicate though. I'm trying to get excellent here. So it seems 60 is not bad for the height and 80 is not bad for the width. So that's perfect. Next thing I want to do, I'll start building this. First one is the image. Image icon is currently set to 24. So I will drag it like that, bring it here. It's currently behind this. I taught you how to move items to the front, right? I'll press my parenthesis key on my keyboard. I'll show you shortly. Once you press forward, it comes. Let me show you the key here. So this is it. This key, no, this key and this key on your keyboard. So if you press this first one, you bring item to the front. If you press this one, you take it to the back. So let's try it now. I'll select that item and press this one. That's taking it to the back. Then if I press this one on my keyboard, I've brought it to the front. So let me take this out. I'll delete it. So next thing I want to do is I'll select this, hold shift, select the rectangle I drew, then press shift A to put it on auto layout. You understand me? So I've made them a component like that, like group them together, but I didn't use Control J, I use Shift A. If you check the auto layout, it's currently aligned to the left. Keep it in the center. Let the icon be in the center. That's perfect. Next thing I want to do, you notice that the edges are not sharp, they are curved. I'll just come to the corner radius. See the corner radius here, this 0. I'll set it to like 36 if it's cool. Okay, 36 looks cool. Sometimes you may want to check it out. You just drag it and bring here. Not bad, right? If it's not bad, type is not bad. 36 is perfect. 36 is perfect. 36 is perfect. So I will just go again to my fill tool, click here, go to my eyedropper tool. I'm stealing colors today, right? With my eyedropper. So you see that this tool you are seeing here is very important when it comes to your design. I'll click here. I've stolen that color. You see it, right? I'll do same for the icon. I'll double click to select the icon. It's currently set to black. Click here, go to my eyedropper tool, zoom out. I told you how to zoom out already. Use your mouse trackpad, 2 fingers, and you zoom out. So I'll just select this color. See what just happened right now. I've gotten that color. It's simple, right? So the next one I want to build is the translate. Translate is blue color. Education is green color. Music is red. So I'll just, how do I get my translate? I will just hold alternate and duplicate this first one. Then take my translate, drag it inside. Once you see this blue line, it means it's already inside the frame. Then I'll select this one and delete it. So since it's blue color, I'll select the frame again, the entire frame, come to my fill color, select this, go to my eyedropper tool, select this one. Perfect, right? I'll double click to select the icon. It's currently set to black. I'll click here, go to my eyedropper tool, zoom out, then I'll select the blue. Once you click on the blue, it picks that color. You see what I have here right now, right? I'll do again, use alternate to duplicate that. Bring my education icon, drag it, click and drag inside the frame. Since it's set to auto layout, it's going to be responsive. I'll delete this guy, select the frame again, go to my fill color, click here, come here, select that color. It's light shade of green. Double click to select the icon, set to black. I'll click here, click my eyedropper to zoom out, select the green. Awesome. So I've done that. Are you seeing how my design is forming? I'll duplicate this with alternate again by clicking, holding alternate and dragging. Select my music icon, drag it inside like that. I'll click on this guy and delete it. Then I'll select this guy. Please, for those of you that have done your assignments and you submitted late, right? You don't have to submit again. In fact, everybody, once you update this design, I'm going to see it. You understand? So the same link works for all your designs, right? So I'll come here, select the fill color, eyedropper tool, pick this shade, double click to select this guy, select like that. This is what I do and they pay me in dollars. So it's a skill you want to learn and you don't want to joke with this opportunity, right? So pay attention to what I'm doing. So next thing I have to do now, I'll just drag it and arrange it like that. Bring this on here. Take this on here like this. Once you see this red line, it means it's lapping with this one. I'll select the next one, bring it here like that. Then take this one to the edge again like this. So you see the red line. All right, perfect. So I'll bring this one inside here. So we have our design almost set. Next thing I'll do, I'll highlight over all of them like that. Then put it on auto layout with Shift A. So if I turn on my layout grid now, you see what's going to happen. You see that they are sitting on the column. They are not going outside, right? Next thing I want to achieve is this line. For the sake of this design, I'm not going to use the hard route. I'll just come here, select my line tool. Normally, this now I'm supposed to do this, but I don't want you to go through a lot. There are different ways to achieve something in design. Once you draw your line, you cancel it like that. We need this line color, right? I will go to my stroke, select the eyedropper tool. So one of the major tools we're using today is the eyedropper tool to pick colors. You understand? I've taken that. So you see what I have there, right? Next thing I'll do now is I'm going to put all of these together. I'll select this guy, select this next auto layout, and I'm holding shift to select more than one item. Then I'll select this line, press shift A to put it on auto layout. The spacing between items currently set to 21. I'll leave it at 16. So 16 is perfect. I can shift this up a bit. You see that my design is coming to life, right? I'll bring this one up a bit also. Or I'll check it out. It's currently set to 44. To select more than one item, hold shift. Let me keep it at 40. All right, we're making progress, right? So this is how you do your designs. And trust me, when you know how to do designs like this, you are setting yourself for something amazing. Your zooming is not working, use your hand like this. See what I'm doing? If you are using external mouse, use your scroll button. You zoom out and zoom in. That's how it works. So let's continue designing. If you are getting value, type I'm getting value. If you are learning something, type I'm learning something. And if you have not subscribed, you are doing the wrong thing. Subscribe now. Click on the subscribe button. as we make progress. All right, let's continue. So our design is coming to life, like I said. Next thing now to do, I told you guys I'm going to make this battery available to you, and the Wi-Fi, the network, and all of that. I will send you to the WhatsApp group. All you just need to do is you copy it and you paste inside your design. So I've just brought that inside my design. I'll replace it with this guy. So I'll take this out by deleting it. Then click on this, take it up till it's lapping on the edge. Another way to do that is by clicking on it and coming here and align to the top. That makes sense. So next thing I want to achieve is my image. Okay, this icon is called lab. So if I go to if I go to right click, go to plugins, go to Iconify, and I search for lab, LAB, press enter, I will find something close. Let me check if I'll see exactly like that one. If I don't, I'll look for the closest. So I'm not seeing any other one right now. Is there any other one? Okay, so what I have here is what I'll work with. The only reason why you should work with what you have is in case you don't find something that looks exactly, but then always try to get exactly what we have here. The difference between what I have currently and what is on my interface, this one is like you're shaking the water or something. That's the feel. Why this one is like the water is steady. It's currently set to 16. I'll keep that at 24. So it will be bigger. Next thing I have to do, notice that my own is dark. This one is not as dark as mine. I'll steal that color again. Come to selection color, select the eyedropper tool, come here, click on it, and I have that. I'll keep it at the edge because I'm maintaining my margin. Okay, for most of you, I'm currently subscribed to Google. I pay for storage, so that's why I have this Google icon around my picture. But some of you may not have this icon because you are using Google free MB, so your own may look like this. So I'm going to do this for the sake of this class, right? How do you get your picture? Let me show you how to get your picture in case you are confused on how to get a picture. First of all, let me draw the circle. I'll go to circle. You see I'm using shapes, elements to form my design. So just like I taught you in the first class, you form your design. Elements are what make up your design. I'll leave this at 40. To get a perfect circle, hold shift on your keyboard, right? So let me now show you how to get your, let me show you how to get, I want to show you how to get your image. I'll share my entire screen again. Okay, hold on a bit. So once I share my entire screen, here's how to get your image, right? So you go over to Google, type google.com, google.com. You see your image here. Can you see your image here? So it's not just for your mobile, it's same, it applies here also. You right click, go to copy link address. You understand? Then you go to a new tab, paste that link, press enter. What happened here? Sorry, excuse me. Okay, let me do that again. I'll come here, copy. Okay, copy image address, not link address, image address. So I'll paste it. It takes you to the image. You can see the image, right? You can right click, copy the image, go over to your design, select the circle, right click, click on paste here. You see what I'm doing, right? So I'm not going to put the line for the purpose of this class because most of you are not using premium Google paid tool. So I'm using the premium. All right, I'll use Shift A to align them together. So I've grouped the image and this. Why am I putting auto layout? I'm assuming that these elements are grouped, same thing here and all of that. So the spacing between my network and this image is not so close. So I'm going to reduce this, like bring it down a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then check it out. How many is that? That's 10. Okay, I'll leave it at 16. So 16 is okay, 16 is too much. Let's leave it at 10. Don't worry, when you are watching this video to do your own assignments, you will just calm down, watch it, and you get it right. Design alongside, right? So that's how you get your image from Google. I'll close this now. That's how you get your image from Google, right? So let's continue our design. Once you've gotten your image, the next thing you want to do is we'll build the next element, right? I'll show you the next thing we'll be designing based on what we have here. So we've gotten our image, we've gotten our Google. Okay, let me take that up a bit. So I tried to make my design almost the same like what I'm replicating. So if I turn this interface, like the layout grid off, you see what just happened, right? I see that my design is already coming to life. Apart from this Google outline, every other thing is almost how it should be. Let me align this properly to the middle. Okay, it's aligned. So next thing I want us to build now is the card. When we talked about component, we mentioned card. So this is what I'll be designing. How do you get how do you get the images? Let me show you how to do that. Because you'll be working with these images right here, right? So like I said, I want to show you how to get your image. Let me do a demo on my phone. I'm supposed to probably screen record this or something, but let me show you. This is my phone now. So if I launch my Google, hold on, let me launch Google. I want to show you how to get the image because I've already gotten mine. So I want to show you how to get yours. So when you launch your Google app, this is what we're designing. You see it, right? This is how you get your image. You just click on the card. It's going to take you to the page. You click on it like that. It takes you to the page where you find that image. You can see the image, right? This image, you hold it, like click and hold it for a while, then you go to download image. So once I download the image, it's going to tell me I've downloaded the file. I've downloaded the image. So because let me show you something. At the end of this class, will be, if you see I'm scrolling now, there are different designs here. We'll just design one, then I'll show you how to replicate it, right? All you just need to do is copy the image. So we'll test our design the way this is scrolling by tomorrow, by our next class. So any image you want to use for a design, this is how you copy it. You just click on it. I'm taking the second one. It takes you to the page. Then you find that you can see the image here, right? If I hold it for a while, the option to download image will come. I'll download the image, and that's how you get your image. So let's continue. So I've gotten my image already. This is what I'll be working on. I've gotten my image already. So I'll just this is what I'll be working on. What I want to do now is this. I will go to my shape tool, select my rectangle, then draw it. This is what I'm trying to build right now. Once I draw it like that, I want to assume that, okay, that makes sense. So this is taking the shape already, but if you scroll up, the navbar is covering it. So if you scroll up, you'll notice that the image has a text under it and something here. So we're going to create this right now. So I've assumed that I've taken the shape of this. Let me just give you a definite value. The width is 360. Let's keep the height to 250. So we have that. I'll bring it inside here. Like I told you, I already have my image. You understand? I'll just go to, once you've downloaded your image, I advise you guys to connect your WhatsApp to your laptop so that you can easily share files. So I've already downloaded, I've sent myself the image as a WhatsApp message. I'm going to my WhatsApp now, but you won't see it because I'm not sharing that screen. So let me go to where I sent myself the image. I'll just open it and copy it right now. I've copied it. I'll come over there and paste it. So if I right click on the box, so you are right clicking on the rectangle. I've copied my image. I'll click on paste here. You see my image already. So I've already shown you how to get your image. Just follow that principle and you'll be good to go. Follow the principle. Follow the principle and you'll be good to go. So let's now work on the next part, our design, which is this text. So I'll just come here, click on my text. In fact, I want to build this because there's no much space on this design. You can duplicate it if you want, then keep it in a frame that has enough space. As long as you've gotten the height and the width of your image, keep it in a place that has enough space. I'll go to my text, then type what I see there. Is this my screenshot? Yeah, I constantly CONST. ANTLY FELTTIRAD and UNMOTI, unmotivated. Notice something, my text is currently aligned to the middle, so I'll take it back to the right. Unmotivated in life. In fact, one of my students reached out to me yesterday, completed a website, and they are paying him something huge, you understand? So this is what people do as per UI UX design and earn a lot for themselves. So it's a high income skill you don't want to joke with. UNCIL until I adopted this 7 MOR. See the way I'm designing live so that you catch everything I'm doing. So pay attention and work with me. All right, so I finished typing that. I will click here, see where I'm clicking, and drag it like that. Remember I said I try my best to make it exactly how, let me take this in close. So I'll see what I'm doing. So notice that I constantly felt tired, and so the and is where the sentence is breaking. So I'll keep dragging this from the edge like that. So when I get to and, you see that I've gotten, the next one stop at until I have it, you understand? But it's very small. So it's currently set to 12. I'll set it to 16. It has scattered. So I'll just drag it out again till I get, okay, perfect. So 16 still looks small. Let's give it at 20. 20 is our perfect bet. So I'll just drag it like that. All right, perfect. So I'll bring this close the way it is. Then the next thing I want to design now is this news. I'll click on my text again. The spacing between this item is set to auto. I'll give it 30. All right, 30 is fine, or 28. 28 works better. All right, so I'll click on text again, get my DM news. So whatever it is you have on your own design, press dots 1 day ago. Whatever it is you have on your own design, you can just replicate it. But if it's difficult to get their logo, you can just leave it. I'll set that to 14, keep it at regular, and I'll bring it here. There is a logo here, right? So get another circle. Hold shift to get a perfect circle. Draw your circle. It's currently set to 19. I'll lock the ratio, keep it at 16, which is perfect. I may not have exactly this logo, this DM news, and I don't want you to stress yourself. So let me show you what to do. When you select the box, right click, go to your plugin. Now to show you where to get logo, go to manage plugins, search for content reel, content reels. See it here, this first one. Once you press double click to open it, you can find text, image, icons, but go to image, then look for logo. So I'll go to logo here. I'll work with the logo that is available. I don't want to kill myself. I cannot stress myself. So I'll just use either this NASA or PG Works. It looks like what sometimes when you click on logo, it may not work if your network is bad. But then if you click on apply all, you see that it has applied this one, but it keeps apply all will apply the logos randomly. So you keep applying till you see the one you like. I want this PG, so I'll keep applying. There are different logos there. PG, where are you? Oh God. Okay, NASA. I just missed NASA. I hope I'll find PG. So I'm clicking on the apply all button. It will just work with the NASA. Hey, PG is here. All right, awesome. So next thing now to do is, this is set to 20. I will leave it at auto. For a text like this, we call them label text. So you use fonts between 14, 12. I think 14 is too big. I'll use 12 here, and I set it to regular, interregular 12. So I'll select the both of them, press Shift A to put it on auto layout. Give the spacing 8, and we're almost done with this. Next thing I want to do now is there is a more icon here, which I can easily get from Iconify. Iconify is a robust icon plugin. So if I come in, I'll search for MORE. As long as you know the name of what you are looking for, you can guess a name related to it, right? You can always get something. So I'll drag this. I've taken that. I'll bring it inside here. Remember, I had to bring this in an empty frame that will give me enough space to do my design. So I'll keep it to 16. And that's that. This is our margin. From here to here is our margin, which I'm trying to also maintain. But notice that inside the card, there's a space between the edge of the card and the element here. I'm also trying to maintain that. First thing I'll do now is I'll select this DM news and the more button. Then I'll hold Shift, press Shift A to put it on auto layout. You see what I'm doing? I'll bring this down like that. Then take it out a bit. I think it's not bad the way it is. I'll select the both of them again. Press Shift A. I'm grouping them as they relate to each other, right? This particular one now, I will give it a padding value of 16 by 16. See the padding value here. When you set auto layout, then I will drag it to the edge like that. Drag this one to the edge. We're almost done. Then I'll make this one set it to fill container, which is perfect. Our text have scattered though. I'll still make it the way I want it. All right, that makes sense. So we have that currently. Let me delete this part. This is an empty frame I'm using to build my card. So I'll select both of them like that. Press Shift A. Then the spacing between item is 20. I'll keep it as 0. All right, so we have our card set. The edges are curved. So I'll set the corner radius to 24. Is 24 going to be too much? Let me check. Once you said that, if it's not affecting, come to this place and select clip content. Okay, 24 is perfect. Okay, we have that. This guy is not filled. I'll fill it with white. That's the text part of the card. I've done that. Yeah, we're rounding up now. Beautiful. So if I drag my card outside like this, the card, see that I built my card, right? But I want to add something that is called shadow to make it realistic. You understand? I want to give it that realistic effect. I can name this card CARD. That's care, not card. CARD. So to give it that realistic effect, I'm going to give it the realistic effect. I'm going to do something very fast. There's something called effects. You understand? There's something called effect I'm going to apply. All right, so I'll come over here. See the effect here. When I press plus, don't worry, it may look confusing when you're watching the video for the first time, but if I click on this part now, I'll set it from 25 to 10. Maybe you may even need to pause your video. I'll set the blur to 10 also. Pause your video and go over it again. That's how it works. So I think I'll just stop at that for now. Then I will bring this out again. Use all to duplicate. Why am I duplicating? Because my next image, I'll just paste it inside here and get it the way I want. So I'll bring this card inside here like this. You see what's happening now? If I press the parenthesis key that I told you about to take it behind, right? Are we following? If you are following, type I'm following. So I'll bring this down a bit by holding shift so I can have space for the last component I want to put here, which is my weather. I don't know how your own is showing, but these are my own Google showing me weather and all of that. So how do I get this? I would go to my rectangle again because I'm replicating this. I'll draw the rectangle over this. The reason why I'm doing this is so that I can have that excellent you understand, measurement and all of that. So this is 162 by 86. Okay, that's not bad. I'll keep it at 160 instead. 160 by 86. Okay, beautiful. So I'll bring it here. We'll use the eyedropper tool again. I'll click on fill, select my eyedropper tool, steal that color. Next thing I want to do right now is I'll click on text, come here, type DIOBU, then duplicate that with alternate, type 84 degrees. This is currently set to 24, but this is too big. I'll keep it at 16. Yeah, so I'll bring this here. If you want to get your degree icon, you can just draw a circle if you want. That's what I'll do here. I'll just draw a circle. Hold shift to get a perfect circle, click and drag. It's currently set to 10. I want the circle to be small. Keep it at 8. Then give it a stroke. See your stroke here. If you click on add stroke, you take out the fill by minusing it. So we have, it's at this point you can choose to use group, right? Because you don't need to apply auto layout here. So I'll bring it close to the 84. Hold shift, select it, press Ctrl G to group them together, which I've done. So they are now grouped together. You see it, they are moving together. Next thing I have to do now is I'll select the job, select my rectangle, press shift A. then align it to the middle here. Then I'll give it a corner radius of, let's say, 16. Okay, this what's it called? This weather icon, I tried to get it, but okay, let me just show you if I can. If I can, let's try. Let's see if Iconify will give us something. I want you to be able to get everything inside, apart from the Google icons. WEATH, yeah. Apart from the Google icons, okay, we got something, right? So I'll just take the outline, the one that has sun on. Okay, this sun is, because that's a sunny day. I know it's not 3D like what we have here, but this can serve us also. I'll take it inside like that. It's currently set 24. Normally, I already have my weather, but I don't want to stress you. The plugin to get that is not available at our reach. If you drag it, okay, don't, before you drag this in, I see what you want to do. Okay, let me teach you. So if you bring it inside here like that, your design will show like this. Come, while you are selecting it, come over to this place. Can you see this position? Click here. It's called absolute position. Once I click on it, it will ignore the auto layer, so you can now move it inside to wherever you want. I think that makes sense. I think that's all for now. Next thing I want to do is Rwanda. Some persons Google, let me check my Google. Some persons Google may not show this football, but you definitely see the weather. Let me check. Let me check. Okay, some persons will now just weather and all of that. So we'll work with only the weather for the sake of this class, because I noticed that some persons Google won't show. So what I'll just do is I'll drag this to the edge like that. Then bring my just keep it like this. So we have our weather. If you want to put outline, it's up to you. I can just, but let me, this is what I'm seeing here, right? You understand? So actually, I've done this design and I was able to get this, but I don't want to stress you. You understand? Control. Let's just work with what we have right now. So, and that's all we have for today. So, to get more photos, like I said, you download. How do you do for the next one? We'll do that in our next class. But before I go, let me show you so that you can stay ahead of me. So I'll duplicate this with alternate, right? I want you to stay ahead of me. We'll still treat this in the next class, but then I'll come over here to the edge of the screen, hold Control, drag this down. You are increasing the length of the screen. Hold Control on your keyboard so you don't scatter what you have already. Next thing I'll do now is I'll take out my, remember you duplicated this, so don't use the original design. How do you duplicate? Use alternate. So I'll just bring this on now, use alternate to duplicate it again. Also, for the sake of this class, we're only working with there are some elements on your Google that is video, some are sponsored ad. We're only working with just image, title, and this day news, right? So if I want to change the picture now, I will go over to my WhatsApp, get my second picture. Like I said, I've already downloaded those pictures already. So connect your WhatsApp to your laptop and get your pictures like that. Let me copy this one. I've copied the picture. I'll come and paste it. You double click to select the picture, right click, click on paste here. Then you change the title, right? So this is how, let me even check what I have on my title for this. How to shut down office drama with 4 simple words. That's the title here. How to shut down, Control A. How to shut down office drama with 4 Simple words. Beautiful. So this is how you, so if you want more, in our next class, which is on Wednesday, right? We'll now prototype all these things to make it work. So you can keep dragging your screen like this, just drag down, you duplicate this guy with alternates. You notice that my spacing is 20. If you have another picture to put, let me see if I do have another picture to put. I should. Think I have one more picture. I'll copy this one. Remember, I've already shown you how to save the picture, right? If you've known how to save the picture, type I know how to save the picture. I'll select this, right click, paste here. I've added. So this is how I'll keep changing the images so that when we come tomorrow, sorry, in our next class, when we come in our next class, we can now make it functional. You understand? So that scrolling effect is going to happen because of the, if you know how to save your image, type I know how to save my image. Type it. Type I know how to save my image. So this is what we'll have for today. This is what we'll have for today. So the class will not be too long. If you know how to type your image, type I know how to how to save your image. Type I know how to. All right, so this is what we've been able to design today. You understand? Somebody said the icon is not lapping. When you select it, go to this position. If I unselect this now, it's going to happen like this. Once you give it an absolute position, see where I am, position. Click on this element. You can now move it to where you want, and the auto layout will not affect it. That's how it works. I guess I've answered your question. So this is how we're designing and we're making progress already. In our next class, I'm going to show you how to prototype your design and make it work. So we've designed. Tomorrow, in our next class, when you click on something, it will go somewhere. We'll do all of that tomorrow, right? That's going to be our next class. So thank you very much for staying to the end. If you are getting value and you've not subscribed, subscribe now. My goal for us is at the end of these 2 weeks, we should be able to start a successful UI design career. Now I'm introducing you to the parts. I'm showing you how the interface works so that you can also try your hands and you get your hands dirty. Every pro designer was once a beginner. There were times where I was also learning. Now I already know it and I'm making money with my skill. And the goal of doing this training is to help you start a successful design career, right? And be an amazing designer. So thank you very much for staying to the end. I'll see you in the next class. If you've not subscribed, should I dance for you? Subscribe now, and that's all. Good night, guys. Thank you.